All right, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and of course, much mercy to the hopefully elect. Okay, we back at it again through the spirit. What you're looking at here is, of course, you see it, a ring clip from my father's security camera, and we got a little Jake and some more Jakes doing some stealing. Now, I've done a video a few months back about the same thing. The same thing happened. I mean, it's happening in our neighborhood. I actually stay a few houses down from my father. I don't have security cameras and all that though, but this is becoming a quite a problem, especially as it relates to the coming Jacob's trouble, man. And I'm gonna bring out a few precepts and see if we can elaborate on this nonsense. So let's get it. All right, this is Proverbs 30, and we'll start at verse 8. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. Okay, lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord? So we don't want to be rich in this world, lest we become like the high-minded, prideful people at its highest level. Of course, Esau and all his many riches, but even that relates to Jake, that quote unquote believe that they are prospering. All right, if they think that they're prospering, okay, they're either going to denounce that there's a God and that they need a God, or of course, like the majority of our people are at, they're not really going to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, because why should they? They're rich. They got, what they want. They got what they need. What do they need? Why do they need to keep the Shabbat? Why do they need to keep the high holy days? They don't, because they're rich. And it really had nothing to do with the Lord. It was all them, and their hard work. All right, so we don't want to get caught up in that and be rich in this kingdom. And now, once we get out of here, of course, we taking it all. All right, or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my God in vain. Okay, so what I want to kind of dwell on is the poor aspect. Now, obviously, if these brothers, okay, my wicked brothers, because he looked like a Jake, the little young dude, he looked like a relatively young guy. Obviously they're not rich, or else they wouldn't be out here now. This clip was taken about like 5 in the morning, and yeah, so obviously they're not rich, be out here stealing. But this is what happens when Jake is in a state of poverty, man. Now with wisdom, because I was pretty upset because they stole from me as well. Like I said, I don't have video cameras, but they actually broke into my car and stole a bag that I had, that I keep I got books and notebooks and just precepts and stacks of precepts and all type of lessons. That's the only thing I had in my car. Really. And they stole it. Of course they didn't know what was in it, but surprise, surprise, right? But back to being poor, man, and being in poverty, man. This is why we shouldn't be rich in this kingdom, and we shouldn't be poor, because if we're rich, then we'll get prideful, all right, and we'll forget about the Lord. And if we're poor, it's gonna cause us to do, sinful things like stealing, and basically that's probably what's going on here, man. These guys are hurting, all right, and like I said, this is nothing new, man. They've taken cars from my dad's neighbor, I believe. This happened like last Saturday, I believe. They stolen another car. All right, they're taking it all, man. So obviously, these boys don't have it, and they definitely don't have the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. We'll bring out a precept on that. Let's see. Let's go Proverbs again. We in Proverbs 28 verse 5. Yeah, evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things. So obviously, these dudes don't understand the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because I done put curses out on them boys for taking my doggone precept stacks and things of that nature. I done put out curses through the Hebrew, through the spirit and power Yahweh Shimon Hawashai. But like I say, the evil men, they don't understand the judgment, especially talking about Esau at his highest level. He don't understand, how bad this judgment is gonna be, because he's in his power and he's very, very rich. Okay, so they don't understand it, and neither do 2/3 of the nation of Israel understand it. The wicked women of our nation, don't get me started. They obviously, one thing I don't want to. I'll just go in the spirit, but concerning these wicked women of our nation, man, one thing I've came to the realization is they don't get judged like we do on a consistent basis. Like on a daily basis, my wicked brother, my wicked 2/3 brothers, they getting laid out in the street. Like, look at Chicago. I did a video about Chicago and the violence there, but I guarantee you somebody got killed last night, somewhere, if not Chicago, but somewhere, laid out in the street, pool of blood, brains blown out. But here you have Wicked Eve. She get to do whatever, like I say, cause men to be put to death, all right, manipulate us, all right, be complete whores and boasting in the tight clothes that they're wearing all day, every day. And they not being laid out in the street like that. You hear a little judgment here and there, but one thing I came to a realization through wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is the Lord saving that, man. The Lord saving, this that top unprecedented judgment for the wicked, man, during this Jacob's trouble, man. And it's gonna be unprecedented, man. It's gonna be insane. So I had to, being of the hope for the elect, have caught a lot of hell, in and out of this truth ever since I was a child. I've been lied on, all type of stuff, to the point I've been incarcerated, kicked out of school about a lie, expelled from school, all this stuff over, teachers lying on me. And just going back to like I say, evil men understand not judgment. They don't understand the Lord is going to punish them, plain and simple. Just like these young men out here, stealing, and anything could happen with that. They could get out here stealing, and somebody gonna put a bullet in their MF in the head, okay, for being on their property and things. But they don't understand that it could be, like I say, it could be the lack of understanding that Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge in all things, just don't have common sense, or poverty, right? Poverty is causing this. And if this stuff is going on now and we haven't even got, and it isn't, like I said, I live in Georgia, like an hour and 30 minutes from College Park. That's the south side of Atlanta. There's a lot of my family live, in the A, but there ain't a whole lot going on here, man. So if all this stuff is going on now and these boys are acting like this now, how much more during, the day of trouble for Jacob, man? It's gonna be insane. And they're already out of their minds. They're already hurting. They're already breaking and robbing and stealing. So just wait. It's gonna intensify 10 times that. Okay. Let's see. Let's go. Yeah, we'll go Deuteronomy, and we'll look at one of these curses that fell upon the nation of Israel, and we're still dealing with it. All right, so that the man that is tender among you, that guy looks tender among the nation of Israel and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother. All right, so we'll leave it at that. There it is, going back to the curses that the Lord placed upon the nation of Israel for turning their backs on the Lord and not obeying his law, statutes, and commandments. Going back to poverty first and foremost, if we had that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, okay, and that knowledge, then we would know how to at least pray out of our situations, or we would do things that are pleasing to the Lord so that we wouldn't be in that situation, man. I've been blessed, but I try to do what the Lord asking me to the best of my ability, starting with that fear. All right. But once again, the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother. Now these dudes, they'll never go to Esau side of the town and steal from them and all that. This is a predominantly, black neighborhood, if you will. All right, probably like 70% of the city is Jake, man. So they not around here stealing from them. They stealing from their own, brothers and sisters, man. We know, thou shalt not steal. That's one of, the big 10, So I am very, very confident that those men are gonna get judged, and a lot can come from like sin. All right, right. Like I say, they could get their heads blown off, or they could. I mean, what's the chances? Do you think? You saw the video? Let's take a look at it again. I mean, you see the truck pulling up right here. It looks like another dude jumped out. So it's probably at least 3 to 4 dudes in that pickup truck, which they probably stole as well. But what's the chances that them dudes ain't strapped up? It could get ugly. Like I said before, this has not happened. This isn't the first time. My dad saw it on camera one time, and he was coming from work in the middle of the night. And I had to talk to him, like, through the spirit, like, man, hold up. He said he had his gun on him, and anything could have happened. Them boys could have, shot my father. My father could have shot them. But you see what sin does? It just creates a downhill pile of shit. Excuse my French, but this is getting crazy, man. Yeah, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem and Hawashai, that was just quick and to the point. I just wanted to put that out there, and this is why 2/3 of our nation must be destroyed. Now, like I say, it isn't necessarily, and I'm saying this with wisdom, okay, that they're wicked, okay, and they just want to be wicked. You understand me? The majority of our nation is destroyed through its doggone captivity, okay? And, like I say, it ain't necessarily, take a look at the stuff that's happening in Chicago and everywhere else, gang banging and stuff. A lot of our brothers, okay, are born into this stuff. Don't get it twisted. They're raised by these wicked women, single mothers, either the dude is, he didn't jet it, or he dead, okay? And like I say, this lack of knowledge, okay, not fearing the Lord, it's just, like I say, downhill shit. And that's what happens, man. We're so destroyed, we don't know how to make the right decision. That's plain and simple, all right? It's simple, all right, to the righteous, like us, man. I get put in these situations. I ain't gonna do nothing but pray to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, and whatever else it takes to get out of a situation. If I'm in need, all right. But you think they're gonna do that? No, they're going to be prideful, lean to their own understanding, and quote unquote do what they got to do to survive. Same thing go with Eve. When the prostitution really cranked back up, right now, she's able to do prostitution via the internet. But once that internet goes, and it's gonna go, Eve is gonna be back to that oldest profession of physically having to prostitute herself. And that's what she gonna think is her way to doing what she got to do to survive out here. Is we've already man. As I was going through doggone Proverbs again, man, I got so much stuff. I highlight anything negative in my sword, my Bible. Anything negative in the scriptures is written red, and I was going back through it, and it's so much in red concerning the wickedness of a woman. They're done. All right, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they're done. The rest of these wicked nations, they're done. And please, once again, don't get me started specifically on the wicked woman of our nation. She's completely done, and she's gonna catch so much hell. It's unbelievable. And like I said, I came to that realization, man, by catching all the hell and listening. Like when I heard about that brother, I'm sure if y'all haven't, it was a brother, GMS brother, that had got very severely burned. And I was thinking about that last night, and I was thinking about Eve, man. Like my brothers are here, wicked or righteous. we out here catching hell, you know. But Eve, like I say, she ain't really catching it like that, you know. She's not. And so, we know the Lord to be perfect in all his ways and all his judgments. It's coming. It's coming for all the wicked. And, may the Lord bring swift judgment upon anybody that does anything to the Lord's elect. In the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, that'll do it. I hope that this was enlightening. Shalom.